You might think quotas for police officers are prohibited in Texas, but are they really? I'm Charles Blaine, and this is Texas Tomorrow. Texas Transportation Code 720.002 explicitly outlaws quotas for municipal police officers. Well, kind of. It says that jurisdictions and agencies cannot have, formally or informally, a system where cops are evaluated by how many citations issued. So this includes evaluations, promotions, compensation, or discipline. They're also prohibited from requiring or suggesting that officers issue a certain number of traffic citations within a time period. This is because in a number of cities across the country, cops are required or encouraged to issue a certain number of citations per month. Growing up in New Jersey, we always knew that when you hit those last few days of the month and you entered that last week, you better be extra cautious on the roads because cops were trying to make their end of the month quotas. So Texas does not have that. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of... Just kidding, there's more to it. So while they might not have traffic ticket quotas, what they do allow in Texas law, because it doesn't prohibit it, is a quota on the number of traffic stops, which at the end of the day kind of seems like the same thing. Houston recently passed an ordinance doing away with its Houston Police Department quota system. What this said was that Houston police were previously required to make at least one traffic stop per day. But 3 council members came together and proposed an ordinance rescinding this policy, and council voted unanimously to do so. But just ahead of the ordinance's consideration, HPD Chief Noe Diaz rescinded the policy himself to get ahead of this. But council chose to move forward with it anyway, given that policy imposed or even rescinded by a chief can easily be reversed by the next. Last year, Daniel Key, the chief of police for Trinity, Texas, was suspended in part because of an illegal quota system he put in place. This came to light when one of his officers reported him. A few years before that, 2 officers in Richardson filed complaints about a quota system there. Their system, which was unwritten but widely known, required officers to be at or above the average number of tickets issued by the department. If they didn't, it would lead to poor working conditions, disciplinary action, and ultimately termination. They also argued that the policy applied to the number of arrests required to be made each month. So while traffic ticket quotas are explicitly illegal in Texas, traffic stop quotas are not. Which leads me to wonder, if city leaders simply order a number of traffic stops, say 30 per month, whether formally or informally, wouldn't it effectively be the same thing? You'd probably get roughly around 30 tickets per month. Maybe not under the law, it wouldn't be the same thing, and maybe not word for word. But if you consider the number of monthly tickets that would result from that traffic stop quota policy, I'd guess that it would be close to the same number of tickets that would result from a traffic ticket quota policy. So maybe that's what the state should ban next. Maybe state lawmakers should take a look at that. What do you think? I want to hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Texas Tomorrow. Please like, share, comment, and let us know what's going on in your neighborhood, and we'd love to talk about it.